The first question for tonight, the question says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, respected Shaykh. Is there udhr bijahl with regards to issues of shirk and kufr? What is the evidence which indicates that the ignorant person is excused?
Al-udhr bil-jahl, or pardon for ignorance, mabda'un ilahi. مبدأ إلهي، يعني الله عز وجل هو الذي بدأه وبينه في كتابه. Meaning it is a principle that Allah Ta'ala assigned and put. كما قال سبحانه وتعالى في سورة الإسراء في الآية 15. As Allah the Almighty said in Surah Al-Isra, ayah number 15. قال وما كنا معذبين حتى نبعث رسولا. Here Allah the Almighty said, and never would we punish until we sent a messenger. لماذا? Why messengers are sent? Allah the Almighty clarified why these messengers were sent. قال تعالى ولقد بعثنا في كل أمة رسولا أن اعبدوا الله واجتنبوا الطاغوت فمنهم من هدى الله ومنهم من حقت عليه الضلالة فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين. Allah the Almighty said in this ayah of Surah Al-Nahl, ayah 36, and we certainly sent into every nation a messenger, saying to them, worship Allah and avoid taghut, which is false deities. And among them were those whom Allah guided, and among them were those upon whom error was reservedly decreed. So proceed through the earth and observe how was the end of the deniers. In this ayah, Allah the Almighty informed us why He sent the messengers. To teach people what He, Allah Ta'ala, want from them, and to warn them from what He, Allah, does not want them to fulfill or fall in. And then Allah divided people to two categories. One category deserved guidance. Who they are? They are the ones who kept asking Allah guidance. And they were truthful, and they were honest, sincere. But He, Allah, did not provide guidance to other group. Who they are? They are the ones who deserve not to be guided. How? They were arrogant. They were arrogant. They argued. They willed and intended to go on their own innovative way. So that's why Allah Ta'ala called them at the end of the ayah kadhibeen, deniers or liars. From there we know that the person who does not have the knowledge is pardoned until he is aware. The examples from the Sunnah are so many. One of them is when a companion said to the Prophet ﷺ, Ma sha Allah wa shi'ta, what Allah wills and what you will. The Prophet ﷺ turned upset and said, have you made me equal to Allah? Say, Ma sha Allah wahdah, what Allah wills alone. And there he did not say to him, you became kafir, so say the testimony of faith. Because definitely the Sahabi did not mean to raise the Prophet ﷺ to the level of Allah or a God. Likewise, what happened in the Battle of Hunayn, when the Prophet ﷺ was going from Mecca to Hunayn, a place between Arafah and Taif, to fight the tribe of Hawazin and Thaqif, who came all the way from Taif to fight. On the way, one of the new Muslims who embraced Islam right then did not know that seeking blessing from anything other than what Allah and the Messenger mentioned, then it is leading to shirk, leading to kufr. So they passed by people of the kuffar, from amongst the kuffar, hanging their swords on a loot tree, claiming that it provides blessings for their weapons to kill whenever they are hit with. So the companion said, Ya Rasulullah, assign that anwat for us, assign a tree for us we hang our swords on, as they have one. He ﷺ turned angry and said, by the one who is my soul in his hand, you have said exactly like what Bani Israel said to Musa, assign a God for us as they have a God, meaning the calf that the pagans used to worship. The pagans used to worship. So the Prophet ﷺ did not say to the man, you became mushrik or kafir, because he is ignorant of that. He is just accepted Islam. And other occasions, and many occasions, and many occasions that happened during the lifetime of Rasulullah, showed that the one who says or commits a sin, whether it is shirk or major sin, is pardoned, for he does not have the knowledge. He is not aware. Now, we need, instead of making takfir on him, we need to go and rescue him from this kufr. So we go and gently teach him, as what the Prophet ﷺ did with Mu'adh. When Mu'adh came back from a journey to Asham, where the Christians were common there, and Mu'adh, when he returned to Medina, first thing he did when he saw the Prophet ﷺ is he prostrated before him. The Prophet ﷺ was upset. He said, Ya Mu'adh, what are you doing? He said, I saw the people in Asham doing that with their priests and preachers and monks and others. He said, Ya Mu'adh, if it is permissible, and I would have commanded the wife to prostrate for her husband, for the great right of the husband over wife. But prostration is only for Allah. He did not say to him that you committed kufr, although we know that prostration for other than Allah is kufr. But he did not say that, because Mu'adh, although he was from the scholars, but he missed this one, because knowledge does not come by intellect. Knowledge comes by revelation through the Prophet ﷺ, and then by the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ to the Sahaba. The Sahaba teach what who are after them, and likewise. So from there we know that yes, the ignorant is pardoned. Wallahu a'lam.